Welcome to a very special episode of Sockeye Tactical. Hey, this is Mr. James here, and I've been planning this video for a long time. Something I've been collecting stuff for and wanted to do. I love jokes, I love comedy, and I wanted to make an Altoid tin comedy set. I got these mints quite a while ago, I think for Christmas, from the famous Shroot Farm. Look at that, it popped right open just as a little surprise to show you. From The Office, Dwight from The Office, you know, famous for Shroot Farms and growing beets. It's kind of a running joke in the series. The mints were not that good, to be honest, but this tin I thought would be perfect for an Altoids thing. And it is a little full. I've got it packed full of stuff that I wanted to show you. If I was carrying this for real as an everyday carry, which I might do to try it out, I would probably put a hairband or a rubber band around it to keep it closed. Or sometimes you can put a magnet or things to help keep it closed too. So I made Altoid tin videos before. I kind of got caught up in the craze when I first got into EDC and thought, oh, it'd be fun to carry a little kit around in the size of an Altoid tin because it's something small designed to be carried in your pocket anyways, and you can pack a lot of stuff in that. I actually made a whole bunch of Altoid tin survival kits and sold them at some craft fairs and things, but this is the first time I've ever made a comedy one. So let's check out some of the stuff that's in here. So right on top, the thing that's keeping it from closing is a very special whistle. I don't know if you've ever seen one of these whistles before. You can buy them off Amazon, I'll put the link, but this is a nose whistle. You play it with your nose. I'll demonstrate that for you. All right, here's a quick demonstration of how to use a nose whistle. So you take the device, it's got a little open area there. You put that right under your nose, and you put this opening here next to your mouth, and you open your lips a little bit, and then you blow with your nose. Probably not going to save you in an emergency, but carry what makes you laugh. Gotta love a nose whistle. They're a lot of fun. Some of this other stuff, including the nose whistle, I got from a guest speaker that I went to at a conference I was at. He talked a lot about using comedy to lighten the mood. And I got to actually go up on stage during the guest speaker and play the nose whistle for the crowd. And so that's how I got that free nose whistle. And then I found more on Amazon because I thought they were a lot of fun. But his thing was just using, his bit was using comedy and everyday interactions to try to keep things lively. And so sometimes he would use these little rubber chickens as a bit, you know, when he was paying for a hotel room or something at the convenience center, he'd throw a little rubber chicken up there with his card or his wallet, as kind of a talking point to keep the mood light, especially if he was dealing with somebody that was having a bad day or that was having some not the best customer interaction. He would try to lighten it up. And so you got to carry your little rubber chicken. There's nothing more funny or more historically comedy than that. You know, the oldest joke in the world, why did the chicken cross the road? You know, everything about chickens is just plain funny. And speaking of chickens, in our comedy kit, we've also got some chapstick. You know, you got to keep your lips hydrated. This is the official original chicken poop chapstick. Put it on your lips. So it's 100% pure, free range. And you pull this out and hand it to someone and they'll be like, what in the world? You know, as a little gag to share with your girlfriend or whatever. It actually contains no poop, darn it. So that would have been even funnier to give this to someone like a gag. I love chickenpoop.com. That's apparently where you can get it. These things are made in the USA, non-GMO, 100% recyclable. I think it said on here somewhere where they're made. I think it was like in Kentucky or somewhere. Oh yeah, oh no, Kansas, Wichita, Kansas. Chicken Poop LLC. I got these at the local Valley-wide country store. They've had them there for a long time. It's actually a really good chapstick. It contains avocado oil, beeswax, jojoba oil, lavender, and sweet orange essential oil and vitamin E. It works really good on your lips and just has a funny name, Chicken Poop Original. So keep that. It's good for a good day outdoors. I know when I'm outside skiing, hiking, playing outside, my lips tend to get real dry. And then I become like Napoleon where my lips hurt real bad and I need Kip to bring me a thing of chapstick to school to help freshen up. But if you have your own chicken poop chapstick, you don't need that. Little bottle of Tabasco sauce. I think anything mini is just pure comedy. So I love hot sauce, and these little bottles of Tabasco sauce are just cool. You can get them sometimes at restaurants. They also sell them at Winco, which is a grocery store chain out here near the bulk items. And this is good for spicing up your food. It's also kind of funny for when somebody's not looking and you need to put a little spice in their drink or their food to trick them. You've got a handy little Tabasco sauce there to play a nice little prank. You know what my mom used this stuff for when we were kids? Well, boys, we went through kind of a phase of testing the limits, saying some bad words or having a spit fight or things like that. She caught us spitting at each other or saying a dirty word. Instead of washing our mouths out with soap, she would give us a few drops of this Tabasco sauce. Well, it backfired on her because we ended up liking the hot sauce, and my little brother drank a whole bottle of it. So anyways, it's way better than Dawn dish soap. I'm saving a couple things for last here. So again, anything tiny is just pure comedy. Imagine handing someone a Tic Tac from this comically small little bottle of Tic Tacs. I think you can buy these bulk in Amazon. I'll try to put some links in the description, but these things are funny. This is the orange flavor, but another little container inside of a little container. This I've had for a long, long time. I don't know if you can even buy these anymore. And you're like, Chris, man, you already got chapstick in there. What do you need lipstick for? Are you dressing up in costume? Well, I have done that before. Sometime I'll tell you the story about how I proposed to my wife and I was wearing more lipstick than she was wearing. No, but that's not what this is. Every EDC kit needs a knife. And here is your pocket knife. A lipstick, concealed carry, pen knife. Now, it's not the greatest steel. It's not gonna work great for self-defense. Has a lot of blade play. It is a fairly stout little blade though. Look at that. Maybe 1/8 of an inch thick there. And it's sharp enough to open a package, cut a thread, whatever you need it to do. But that's kind of funny. Hand that to someone and they go like that to open the chapstick, and hopefully they don't cut their lips. The last thing I have in here is kind of hard to get out. I'll see if I can pry it out. I might need the knife. That speaker that I went to, and if I can find his name, I'll put it in the comments in case any of you are curious. He probably has an online presence. It might be on the back of this card, actually. This was another one of his bits. So when the hotel clerk or whoever asked him when he was talking to them, or the store clerk or whoever he was, he would whip this out and show him a picture of his pride and joy. Back in the days when we used to carry photos in our wallet. Now I'm a slim carry wallet kind of guy. I don't have any photos in there. I've got them all on my phone. But it was common for you to show a picture of your family and say, this is your pride and joy. This is probably a millennial or maybe even a boomer joke, but there's the guy's name, timguard.com, and he sold a lot of this funny stuff on his website. Nose whistles, chickens, pride and joy. He actually had a contract. I've still got one somewhere, but actually not a contract, but it was a rule book. And you could write all your own rules in there. And so when someone said, hey, you can't do that, or hey, you're messing around, he would say, no, it's in the official rule book, and he would pull the rule book out. So this is some of the kind of stuff you could carry in your comedy EDC kit, and you could obviously swap this out for other things that you find funny. Oh, we've got to put our knife in there. Here's a couple other things. When you're carrying EDC, You need some notes, some paper to write on. A lot of you guys carry the waterproof, write in the rain type stuff. But something even more funny, how about a Mr. Rogers sticky note? Wouldn't it be fun to leave some of these on a person's car or somewhere? This one says, "You're special." You got these little check boxes. "You're special. I like you just the way you are. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor?" Who didn't grow up with Mr. Rogers? Well, I'm sure a lot of you Gen Z and Gen Alpha people didn't, but for us millennials, this is kind of classic. You know, he's got the trolley there, go around, he'd feed his goldfish, he'd put his sweater and his sneakers on. You got a sweater sticky note here. You got all the little puppet characters, Daniel Tiger, King Triton, Lady, what's her name? Lady Marmalade, I can't even remember. She was the grouchy one, and the little owl guy there. So Mr. Rogers stuff, sticky notes, that's fun. It comes from the, we bought this at a thrift store, but it originally came from the Unemployed Philosophers Guild. So those sound like a fun group of guys. So you got your Mr. Rogers sticky notes there. Some of you are gonna want a way to start a fire. And these are not really funny. They actually work really well. But a Zippo lighter is very serious. You know, you got your brass Zippo lighter or whatever. Sometimes you can get funny sayings on them. But to me, these clipper lighters are just a lot more fun. They come in a whole bunch of different colors. I have dozens of them in different themes. They work really good. And like a Zippo, they're refillable. So you can reuse these. And also, one thing that I think is extra special about these Zippo lighters, it's kind of, or these clipper lighters, it's kind of fun to show people, is the flint and steel can be removed. And even when you run out of fuel, you can use that as a sparker to spark your tinder in a survival situation. So that is another cool thing about these clipper lighters. You can even replace the flint and steel when it runs out. So not only are they great for the environment, they're a lot of fun, and they come in a lot of fun colors. The last thing I'll really show you here before we get to the joke of the day is something my daughter made me, and I think this is perfect for EDC. She made this for Christmas for me last year. It's emotional support pickle. She loves to crochet. I love pickles, and this cute little guy could just carry around in your pocket or on your keychain, and he is a lot of fun. So there's probably a pattern for that you can make online. I don't crochet, but my sweet daughter made that for me, and I just love having an emotional support pickle when times get tough. Anyways, here's your comedy EDC kit. I hope that was a lot of fun. Remember to laugh, remember to have fun, and don't take your EDC too seriously.
Hello, yesterday was Halloween, so we had some masks lying around, so I thought it would be fun to liven things up a little bit. I'll tell you a joke. Did you know that black-eyed peas can sing us a song, but chickpeas can only hum us one? I cracked myself up. I was going to tell you a story about a girl who only ate vegetables, but you've never heard of herbivore. Did you know what one hat said to the other hat? "You stay here while I go on ahead." And we'll finish with a Halloween joke. Do you know why witches can't have children? Because their husbands all have Halloweenies.